Hello, strangelings. Welcome back to my parlor. Hopefully, I'm loud enough I don't have to adjust my sound yet again, but I've had to adjust my sound like every single video I do. Rarely does my mic pick me up enough to just leave the sound as it is, so. And as you guys can hear, my voice is a little gruff today. I went ahead and made myself my specialty, which is a hazelnut strawberry with chocolate nibs and I'm not sure I can even pronounce the tea leaf that is in here, but I believe it's a black tea. Which means, of course, the leaves had a chance to fully mature. Oh my god, guys, I just noticed. I'm sorry. I am just like 2 days off of Hell Week, and so yeah, I forgot to do my flower line. I'm sorry, guys. I was about to pull the beads and I was like, I got nowhere to put them. What am I gonna do? All right, get that lined up there. Let me see, let's do these first. Hold on, guys, let me move my ashtray. Yes, my ashtray. For people who can read, the statistical algorithm that tells us what life is going to bring us, life can be quite stressful. So we have a high instance of smoking. We have a high instance of smoking tobacco, but we also have a high instance of smoking other things. And for some of us, well, let's just say for anybody who's played Fallout 4, Mama Murphy is not actually uncommon amongst people who have a very strong predictive algorithm in their head. She's not at all. Okay. So, yes, I do smoke. I smoke tobacco, and when I say I smoke tobacco, I mean I smoke tobacco, not pre-rolled cigarettes like Marlboro or Camel. I, on occasion, have smoked pre-rolled cigarettes. I used to do it a lot, and when I did, it was either Camel, because they guaranteed real tobacco without chemical enhancements, or American Spirits, because they did the same. So when I do smoke rolled cigarettes, pre-rolled cigarettes, I veer far, far away from things that taste extremely chemical to me. Of course, I'm sensitive to that. That sounds like about enough. Okay. I just heard a metallic charm fall. I kind of knew those were gonna fall, but I think there's one more on my hand, so. That went somewhere. Gotta go find it, guys. Hold on. Woo. Okay, well, I don't know where that one went, guys. I cannot see it. I'm assuming it wants to be lost to the ages at the moment. Right now we have a K in pink. We have a D. We have a Q, but this Q has... Give me a second here. Let me see if I can knock it out of there. Okay. we have a Q. We have, it was inside of the Q. Let me see if I can break them apart. These came from my pepper spray. It was a bejeweled handle. So they're all kind of sticky. Can you turn? No? Come on. There we go. And I found the culprit for the stickiness. 2. And 3 flow diamonds. We also have the word learn. So interesting. So this may be somebody who is an educator or being educated, or this might be telling you you need to learn. These are call-out beads, so they're supposed to be speaking to the person. So if that is the case, you know there's something you need to learn from. If that is the case. If it's just, you know, you're hearing learn for the first time as if, you know, you didn't know that you needed to learn something, well, that's probably not you then. And remember, guys, I don't do collective readings. Collective readings are a farce so that you can have a wider net for people to come and give you some ad revenue. Collective readings didn't exist until internet readings existed. This weird idea that we are all in a collective, and in that collective we are in different stages of the timeline for that collective is strange and ludicrous. Especially since how they're using quantum entanglement to explain it now, when quantum entanglement itself was one of those things that Einstein thought was strange and ludicrous. It was one of the things that made him leave quantum physics. And everybody, you know, attaches his name to it. Poor Einstein. Every time somebody talks about Einstein's theory of quantum entanglement, I am so sure that that poor man is sitting with his God saying, why? I explain so much to these people, why? Math can't explain science, guys. I'm sorry. I'm with Einstein on this one. Where math explains science is very unclear, and where it is clear, it does not. You can't explain something that has no absolutes with absolutes. Okay. Y'all know I rant and I ramble when I'm shuffling my cards, and that's because you're not here doing a personal reading with me, so I don't have a specific person to talk to. So, of course, I let my brain wander. And if you're wondering, while I'm shuffling these cards, if my brain wanders to physics often, it does. I'm a bohemian gypsy, which means I'm a gypsy scientist, not a gypsy mystic. Mysticism is another chain of control. You just came out sideways. What are you doing? Okay. Okay, guys, I'm going to officially do a check really quick, because that one tried to come out like that. So I'm going to officially check to make sure I've got nothing upside down. No reverse cards. Hierophant doesn't want to be grabbed. That doesn't surprise me. I don't get along with the Hierophant very well. Someone who believes in a hierarchy as the ultimate society does not get my vote. All right, so we are straight and narrow, just like we're supposed to be. All right, so let me do a shuffle again. And again, you guys, if you're wondering what I'm looking at, I'm caught looking at my neighbor's rainbow pinwheels coming off their garage. It's always better to not look at your shuffle once you know you got it. You know, if you guys want to find out more on some of these things that I said, more on how to figure out which ones are the charlatans and which ones are the real readers. And yes, guys, there are some people out there who are the real readers. And yes, unfortunately, some of them have bought into the idea of the collective. But you know, what can you do? They do have the gift of being able to read the statistical algorithm well. I think 3 more times. Oh, they stopped. The pinwheels stopped, guys. We are windy here. We are so windy that my neighbor's pinwheels are going almost all of the time. At least a little bit. Okay, and 1 more time. All those yellow hearts. There's 2 yellow hearts, 3 yellow hearts at the top of my jar. And a couple other yellows. That's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yellows. Interesting. It's not interesting because they're there. I mean, that was random happenstance. It's interesting that for some reason my brain was pulled to look at the yellow. I am tetrachromic, so yellow is hard for me. Yellow is very hard for me. Man-made yellow is hard for me, I should say. Now, if I'm looking at a sunflower, of course, it's not at all remotely just yellow in a sunflower. There's browns and yellows, some whites, sometimes here and there too. In your traditional sunflower, of course. Alright, let's get this reading started, guys. Oh. So this reading is for someone who, at the start of this inquiry, they were resplendent in life. They were living essentially almost a charmed life. Now, of course, we all know a charmed life to be, you know, the rich kid, but you don't have to be rich to live a charmed life, of course. This could have been someone who was very, very lucky, who had a lot of family members who loved them dearly and would make sure that they were taken care of. Anything along those lines. It's a charmed life. It's a life where life hasn't always been great for you, but you always get, give me a second, comfy. You always get those needs met. You always have love and support around you. But something happened. Something which made you feel like you needed to walk away from the happy life you were currently living, or what seemed like the happy life. Perhaps it wasn't happy for you, but you definitely felt like a charmed life. You definitely had all of this coming, and even to the point of possibly having your childhood sweetheart with you. even in adulthood. But something made you feel that this was not right, that this was not where you needed to be, that something was missing. I'm drawn to the forlorn face of the moon, sun, here. And because of the fact that you felt you needed to walk away, you came into this idea that you had to learn to balance. You were learning the balance, whether this was because you wanted to or not. Learn. So you were learning this balance. For all intents and purposes, still a bit maudlin in mood as far as your life is going. So let's see what we got here starting now. What has happened here? So, this divide, of course, is modern. It's what's going on at the moment, at present. And then this is your future. I see abundance, but then I see something that drags everything right back down. You become a King of Wands, then you become a Knight of Wands. Which means you are moving forward into an abundant, I don't want to say it's not prosperous. I want to say it's not really productive, but it's kind of a little bit of both. You're going to enter this period of your life where things are going to become easier as far as monetarily, as far as the material of the world. And this is what you were trying to... Okay. You were living a charmed life, but you didn't have the material abundance. So, my earlier assertion, you don't have to be rich to live a charmed life, is accurate. For you. But you wanted that material abundance. So you became mired internally with the idea that you don't have it and what you need to do to get it. And you started to learn a balancing act to begin to get that material abundance. And now that's where you're at now. You're starting to balance, and cards are telling you not only when you get to that material abundance and that entrepreneurship, as it were. I guess that's the best way I can describe the feeling this card gives me. But unfortunately, that's not going to last. Your search for material abundance, it would seem, has lost you a charm that the universe has given you. Because you become a King of Wands, of non-material woes, of ethereal woes. The things that weigh on your soul and your mind and your heart. Sorry guys, I seem to have accumulated a wound on my hand, and I hear my teenager is back for the holidays from Job Corps. Just heard him come in the gate, so it's gonna be loud. He's gonna make some noise for a few seconds. Hold on. But then it seems like maybe you let the sorrows that are accumulating beset you, because you go from this person of authority, of some weight in the world, to this Knight of Wands, this soldier of almost misfortune. Somehow you've turned your luck right around into misfortune. And he doesn't exactly look like the most giddy of chaps here. So you went from this person who had abundance in their life, luck, resources, love, and something about that didn't seem to be enough, because the material world wasn't giving in the same way. And you turned yourself right into this person who's going to be abundant, but only for a bit, until the woes start stacking up. And they will stack up. I feel deeply, if this continues, easily this could easily turn you into a Page of Wands if you continue down that road. Now, I wouldn't normally do this, but this is the time. Well, I might normally do this, actually. This is about the time I would give you the gypsy wisdom that chasing money only ends up finding coal. And those who chase money have a tendency to end up losing it all. Two more times. I know, I pre-shuffled, it's fine. I want to ensure that these are the most possible random cards. Card was on the desk. All right, and now, before I do these cards, let me get this back out of the way. Actually, before I do these cards, let me touch myself up. This stuff is really good, guys. I can't even tell you. If you guys are tea drinkers, I couldn't point you to where to get this because it's on Pearl Street Mall in Boulder. And only people who are local would be able to regularly get it. So, oh, maybe you could have a gypsy connection if you tried. Start traveling around, guys. Start trading goods. Get out here. The people who want them and can't get them where they're at. Be kind of fun, actually, guys. It'd be the thing I would love to do. I know, I just distracted myself into shuffling 2 more times. It's fine. All right. Come on. And it's been a while since I've said the rules on this. The rules on this are 3 cards. You can get more than 3 cards as long as they're individual. Like if 2 or 3 pull out at once, that's fine. Any more than 3 cards in a drop, and I don't take them. If they're face up, I'll take the face up card. But that's it. Okay. We'll say that fell right there. That's where my hand is. Interesting. Didn't I just say that that would be way too much? That was 7 cards. 7. These cards are fitting to do a whole reading on their own today. All right. 1 more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 this time. They're advancing, guys. One? Okay. Alright, so the first one to come out is 18. This card represents the lady whose fortune is being told, and all other cards affect it to the degree in accordance to their proximity. When a lady's fortune is being told, number 19 has no significance in this layout. Number 19 is the gentleman's card, guys. That says the same thing but about a gentleman. This suggests that whoever I'm reading for is of the feminine persuasion. Card number 2. Number 23. The ring. When to the right of the person, she was like this. When to the right of the person is an unerring indication of a rich and happy marriage, but lying to the left, disappointment in love. So this is her. This is her left. This is her right. So I would say this is an even keel. Not good, but not bad. Some great things, some terrible things kind of relationship that this is talking about. Number 50, the bear, is a sign of successful speculation. Now these clarification cards now have a little more question to them for me. Was there the presence of love before today? Yeah. I hate that one, guys. I did not. It said no first, though. It said no here. Interesting. Interesting. So, with this wedding ring, with this falling at no right there, I'm trying to decide whether I should get out the other cards or not, guys. Because I wonder if there was a change and then someone came in. I'm not sure, guys. I'm really just not sure. I want to see if I can get just a slight bit more clarification. And I need shuffle space. What can I say? Now, if you're wondering why I choose the way to shuffle them that I do, an old card shark trick is to shuffle them in various other ways. This is the most likely to get the most random results. There are other ways I choose to use sometimes when I'm doing in-person readings that will also get random results. But it's really easy in certain shuffling techniques, I guess, to actually keep a line of cards all lined up. I prefer to ensure that I'm not doing that. Just had a little twinge in my wrist, so I think that'll be the last one we do. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Okay. Seven of Swords. King of Swords. Okay, so I see. That makes a lot more sense. Ugh. So, you know, I might as well just leave these out here, guys. Honestly, I just might not put them back in the bag. So, what I see for a clarification for myself here. Something more along the lines of this. Okay. So that second flip that said yes over here, what I see here for you, for the person I am reading for specifically, is so you were living a charmed life. You had your needs met, everything. You had love, a young love, somebody you've been in love with for a very long time, since time in memoriam as far as you're concerned. However, for some reason you felt a pull, a need for currency. You had abundance in so much, but you felt like the material world was lacking. You wanted to balance that out with the rest of your abundance. Present day, you will be coming to a point where you do actually become materially pretty okay, abundant, but in an entrepreneurial type of way. You of course have to work for that resource, of course. So you do. And in that working for that resource, things change. Perhaps your eye has been on the ball of that money for just a little too long, and you forgot about the rest of the abundance you had. Especially the love. This Three of Pentacles, she is so sad. She's walking away with her box. But that doesn't seem to be enough for her. That doesn't seem to be what she had wanted. So she's walking away. Now, of course, you hear it so many times, a reading doesn't actually necessarily have a gender to it. Now, of course, these cards, the mind's eye cards, are feminine in design. So I say she based on the card itself. But this is your chosen partner. This is your childhood love. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. It's a little upsetting, I guess. My subconscious has decided that it is a very, very, very worthy of tears kind of moment, guys. Sorry. But she is upset. She is walking away with what you've given her, what possibly she's helped to work into your life, possibly, you know, but she's also taking these woes with her too, these severe material woes with her as well. So I assume this was some form of fight, some disagreement, some unpleasantness between the two of you. I mean, I'm not saying unpleasantness between the two of you just on a sheer whim. If this is your chosen partner... Hold on, guys. Let me put this in my hand in such a way it's not going to hurt. All three of those faces are not happy faces. And one of them is a pentacle card, which should be you know, something happier. She's walking away with a little bit of abundance, material abundance from the situation, but quite a lot of material woes as well. And your partner themselves is becoming a King of Swords. Well, you're becoming a King of Wands. And then, as the situation deteriorates, you're becoming a Knight of Wands. This card here, being almost under the lady, tells me that this is not a guaranteed. That this is, it could go either way. That this is a rescuable situation if you want it to be. That you could ensure a more harmonious partnership. All you have to do is be mindful. You had successful speculation. Same principle. Be mindful of the situation. Yes, you will have material abundance, but both of you will be on bad footing if this goes just the wrong way. And I assume you wouldn't want that, because it seems like this is a childhood love. It seems like this is somebody you weren't trying to abandon, weren't trying to hurt, weren't trying to be hurt by, weren't trying to be abandoned by. It seems like something you were trying to bring in the material abundance and bring it into balance for I don't want to say for the community, but at least for your life, which was so charmed with this person in it. Yeah, so this is definitely something that it seems to me, guys, that this is definitely a preventable outcome if you want it to be. Now, of course, like I said, it would appear that I am reading for a feminine persuasion. This doesn't have to be a woman. This could be an effeminate male. And that doesn't mean a gay man, of course, and it doesn't mean a trans woman either. It could be an effeminate straight man. Yes, they very much exist. I've met many. But this is definitely a feminine person I'm reading for. A more gracious, more caring, more emotionally supportive type of person I'm reading for. Somebody who is comfortable someone who's comfortable with the more feminine things in life, whether it's the observation and cultivation of beauty, whether it's the care of others. You are someone who embraces your more feminine side, whether you were born with a uterus or a penis. So, hopefully this will get to you in time so that you can have the outcome you want instead of the outcome that has the more weight in the universe, as it were. And I am still tearing over, guys. I'm trying very hard not to, but this, for some reason, has me tearing over. She is upset. Your partner is upset in this particular scenario I am seeing. And not upset that you're such a jerk, but upset that it's falling apart. I am trying very hard not to be crying here, guys. I really am. Oh, my word. For all intents and purposes, I have absolutely had an actually great week, despite last week being Hell Week. I had a great week, and I'm coming into this with such a good mood today. So this is not me. This is something my subconscious is picking up on that is not quite whole. It almost feels hollow. So you guys have whoever this reading is for, you've got a lot to look out for. You have to make sure that if you want this not to happen this way, you have to make sure you keep your eyes on both sides of the balance, not just the material world. Don't believe you have this on lock. Remember, none of us have anything in our fate on lock. It is always a question as to whether we will be able to keep this life or not. Remember, the biggest statistical number is your chances of surviving any moment, and that is 50%. Did you survive it? Yes or no? This doesn't quite feel like survival. Or if it does feel like survival, it's definitely more of the I'm doing whatever I can to survive survival. Oh, Lord have mercy, guys. Oh, you guys got me teared up so hard that I'm going to have to sit down after I edit this before I can even get to work just to deal with this. It's okay, guys. I'd rather bear the emotional brunt of some of the things I read than have some of you guys have to go through this. So, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. My glasses aren't gonna come off or come back on until I start working because I can't stop the tearing over right now. So, just remember, guys. Doesn't matter who you are. I love you. Take care of each other. And I'll see you guys in the next video.